Hi guys, MidgyPlays here, bringing you the first in a small series of videos on the channel where I show you how I record my videos and how I stream to YouTube. All the timestamps for the main topics and all the links to the websites will be in the description in the order that they appear in the video, so let's get started. First, I want to talk about my setup / the equipment. This is one of the most important things to talk about when it comes to streaming / making videos. That's why I'm starting with it here. So here I have my new setup. The main things I use to record on my laptop, which I'll be talking about in a second, right here. My headphones, right there, obviously. My microphone, right here, obviously another important part when it comes to streaming, but there are a lot of different ones available in different countries as well. I've also got my mouse, not necessarily needed every single stream, but when I do need it, it is there. And obviously I've got my capture card over there. Again, not always necessary, but if you are going to stream console games, that is definitely needed. So next, I'll go back to the laptop to mention how I do stream to YouTube. This will take quite a long time, so if you do want to skip it, then just check the timestamps in the description. So next are my headphones. They're around £30 to £40. Obviously it doesn't really matter as much with headphones, just get yourself a decent pair that you do enjoy obviously wearing, because you need them to be comfortable as you're going to be streaming for long periods of time like I do, or if you do, then you're definitely going to need headphones like these. They're around £30 to £40, so very affordable. However, they can cost a lot more than this, so make sure you're finding ones that are really value for money. Now my pair of headphones does have a mic on top right here, but it doesn't actually work when I try to stream. That's why I have to use a mic like this instead. Quick fun fact right there. Okay, so next is actually my mic. Now these can vary in price quite a lot, from £20 to around about £300, I'm pretty sure. And I did decide to go for a £30 one from Maplin because it works quite well and is relatively cheap when you look at the microphones in the triple digits. However, after about a year, I've noticed that the wire down here is starting to not really work as well, and if I move this anymore, the light will stop flashing, which means that the mic is actually off, which obviously means that you won't be able to hear me in this video, which can be quite annoying, so I might be buying a different one soon. But obviously, because it's lasted for a year and it costed about £30 to £40, definitely going to be worth it right there. You can also buy yourself a pop filter, which is about £5 to £10, and again at that price, definitely worth it, but I haven't actually bought myself one yet. But when I do buy my new mic, I probably will buy a pop filter with it as well, because it's definitely helpful for streaming and creating videos. Okay, so next is my mouse, which I actually got from Amazon for about £35 on a sale. The original price was about £70 to £80, and the reason for this, you may be thinking, why did it cost that much original price? That's because it has a lot of features like this. Obviously, it's light up. It's got 5 different settings: 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is absolutely crazy. And then if you go down to like 0, you can barely even move the mouse. So yeah, I recommend having it on 1 or 2. 2 is definitely good for playing stuff like Minecraft PC and stuff like that. You've also got these buttons on the side here. You can also program during games. Again, I'm going to use Minecraft as an example. Say if you didn't want to use shift, then you could use this 12 button. You could have your you could have it like this, but then have your thumb on the 12 button. So if you needed to shift during a game, then you could easily just press the 12 button right there, and it would easily be able to do that. I do really like this mouse, but some of them can go down to about £5 to £10. It really doesn't matter with the mouse. I don't actually need it for every single stream. Now, it is a wired mouse though, so if wires are going to get in your way, then I would definitely consider buying a wireless one. But the problem with the wireless mice, is that you're obviously going to have to charge them up, and that's just a pain. I would obviously forget, knowing me, I would probably forget personally. So if you're one of those people that will probably forget every other time when you do use the mouse, I would say definitely opt for a wired one, as it just takes the battery out of your laptop. Now, one other thing I forgot to mention is if you click this button right here, it clicks 3 times. So if I click it right here, it will actually click the screen 3 times, but there is a bug with it, and occasionally it will randomly teleport the mouse to a random spot on the screen. Now that can be quite irritating, but it is really good for clicker games and stuff like that, especially games like BTD battles when you play them on Steam. It can be really helpful there. You just spam the button instead of this regular mouse button right here, the left click. Obviously helps a lot in games like that where you do need to spam the button, but not really helpful all of the time. So right here we have the capture card. Now this is an Elgato Game Capture HD, however it has a lot of delay, about 2 to 3 seconds, which can really be noticeable if you play games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Clash Royale, that are really responsive games. If you don't want any delay, and you play games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and you want to stream in 1080p 60 FPS HD in basic terms for any of you people that don't understand that, then I would recommend getting the HD60S or the HD60 Pro, because they are really good for streaming and creating videos alike, and they really make the game high quality. They are a little bit more expensive, but only about £50 more, and looking at the price of this one, at around about 150, it can be quite worth it to do that. Now, if you want to stream console games, you'll need to get a capture card like this. And this is why it's not always necessary to get a capture card, because if you want to stream console, you're going to need to get a capture card. If you want to stream mobile, however, you can either get AirServer, which I'm going to talk about in a second with software, or you can also use an Elgato, or some sort of mirroring, not mirroring, but a capture card that records. But you will also need one of these, which is a lightning cable or a lightning connector from Apple. Now this does cost about £40, but it does break very easily. This one's already breaking for me, and I've only had it for about a year, so definitely be careful where you're buying them from, even though I bought it from official Apple on Amazon. But yeah, it really works well on iOS, but if you're on Android, I'm afraid you're going to have to search for something else. I'm not sure of any right now, but if you do want to use one simple one, then I would recommend Mobizen. I've heard of Mobizen, but I've never actually tried it, so let me know in the comments if you guys have tried that or not. And yeah, so the next part of the video will be software and websites I use to record and stream not only to YouTube but occasionally Twitch as well, and also some other streaming websites that other people use, like Mixer, which was originally called Beam.pro, and Mobcrush, but the main ones are YouTube and Twitch. Now firstly, I have AirServer right here. So it says say hello to AirPlay plus Google Cast plus Miracast, and all you need to do right here is click download, and basically it is a really affordable way of how to record mobile games. Only on iOS though, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if it works on Android. It will be definitely a different way of mirroring it, but it is really easy to buy, and there's even a free trial for 7 days on the website as well. So all you need to do to mirror it onto your laptop is swipe up on your device. You need to tap AirPlay, and for me it says MSI because my laptop is an MSI. So then tap that, and then enable mirroring on your Apple device's screen, and then your screen will be on your laptop with almost no lag. It's around about 0.2 to 0.3 seconds of delay, I'm pretty sure. And all you need to do right here is just click the buy now on here. Now I have got the consumer license, and all you'd need to do is just go down here, and you'd have to put in your information or whatever, and yeah, so it's pretty easy to buy, and once you've bought it, it is also pretty simple to set up on your device. Next is OBS Studio, recording and streaming software for PC. The best part about this is that it is free, completely free to use, so all you need to do is install it right there, which does not take long at all, to be honest. Once you've set up, you can do pretty much whatever you want with it. So you can play around with a massive amount of features that it has, or even make an overlay to use when you record or stream. It is completely up to you, whatever you want to do with it. There is a massive features you can do, and pretty much infinite possibilities of overlays. However creative you are, you can create an overlay with it. But all you need to do is go to this website. It will be in the description, obsproject.com, and you need to click the download. And it will be either Windows 7 Plus, OS X 10.9 Plus, or Linux download. And all you need to do is just click whatever one you want. I am on Windows 7 Plus right now, or actually Windows 10. So I'm going to click the install, and all it's going to do is link it to the bottom of your tab. And you're just going to need to click that once it's finished installing. Once it has, it will just go through the setup wizard to obviously set up the software on your laptop or PC. Now I'm actually going to do a whole video based on OBS and how to make an overlay, how to stream, how to record, but I'm just going to quickly go through in this video how to record with it and how to stream with it. So obviously recording is going to be a lot easier than streaming, so let's get into the recording part right now. So to record with OBS Studio, all you really need to do is make sure that your overlay is set up. Right now, all you guys can see is the actual screen that I am seeing. It is a bit trippy, but I can't do anything about it. So what you're going to need to do is just basically click the second button below Start Streaming right down there that my mouse is on. Obviously right now it says stop recording because I'm actually recording with it right now. This is the video that you're seeing right now. But if I click this again, it will then turn into start recording. And the main file path for it is in your videos folder on your area on your computer or laptop. So if you want to alter that, all you need to do is go into settings, and then you're going to need to go into output, and then recording path. You're just going to need to change it right there. You can browse a folder and just change where your videos save. Okay, so to stream, it's not going to actually take too much time. It is a little bit more complicated than recording a video, but now I'm going to show you how to quickly stream. So what you're going to need to do is, I'm using my live dashboard. You can just go in the description, you'll find a link to this right here, which is youtube.com/live_dashboard, and it will link to your dashboard as long as you're signed in on that device, and then it will link to your account's live dashboard. Right now, my last stream was Minecraft Wii U, so that is why there's the title there, there's the description there, stuff like that. You can schedule the stream, you can change the category of the stream, and also if it is a game, then it which most streams will be a game, then you can change the game right there, and you can also change the privacy, which is really good for private streams, streams that only your friends can join. If you want to give them a link, then you turn it on unlisted right here. But what we're going to need for this video is encoder setup. So you're going to need to go right to the bottom of the page, and you're going to need to have the server URL here, which is right here, which stays the same for everyone. So we're going to copy and paste this, and then we're going to go into this right here. We're going to go into the display capture, and then we're going to show you in settings what we're going to do. So go into settings right now, and we're going to go into the stream section. So right now, as you can see, URL is right here, and the stream key will be hidden. I'm not going to show you guys the stream key because and also if you plan to stream, don't ever give away your stream key, otherwise people can stream on your account. So so yeah, if you give away your URL, that's fine, it stays the same for everyone, so that is fine. But your stream key is 4 characters and a dash, then another 4 and a dash, then another 4 and a dash, and then another 4 characters. So the 16 characters, 3 dashes in each and every single one. If you think that someone has found your stream key or it has been leaked out or something, then just reset your stream key and re-enter it into this box right here. You can also use authentication when you do stream, but I don't really tend to use that. So once you've set it up right there in settings, and I don't think it works if you copy and paste this, if you just click this and then press the hotkey for copy and paste, which is Control and C, I don't think that actually works. You have to reveal it first, and it will give you all of the letters, numbers, and dashes that you need for obviously the settings right here. But yeah, that's pretty much how you stream on YouTube, and we could do a test stream, so I am going to do that right now. I'm going to turn it on private, however, and hopefully it works. So so yeah, let's quickly do that. So it's just saving our changes right here. It does take a little while to load. Some of the time it doesn't really work well, but I'm just going to do a stream. It is going to be a private stream, obviously, and it should come up with online right there, right in the corner. When it does though, we'll be able to stream, and there we go, it says starting, and then it will pop up in that box right there where it's originally got the thumbnail. It will then come up, and there we go. So that is how you stream to YouTube. So next we're going to get into another website. So next we have Streamlabs, and this basically tells you whether someone subscribes to your channel, someone donates, whatever someone can actually do on your channel. and what we're going to need to do here is we're going to have to log in. So I'm actually going to move my face cam, and we're going to log in right here, right in the top right of the screen, and you can either connect it with Twitch, YouTube, and now new to the platform is either Mixer or Facebook Live. So we're going to connect it with YouTube, and I'll be right back once I've connected it. Okay, so now we're connected. We can now view the whole page and the website in general right here. So as you can see, we're right now on the dashboard. It tells us our donations, our revenue, subscribers, sponsors, super chats, and revenue from super chats. And as you can see, there's obviously graphs here for every hour, recent events, people that have subscribed, all of that. And then you've also got some widgets over here, which is the main thing that I use. And then there's also stuff in the labs, which is basically experiments that they're working on. And there's also some resources here, so you can follow their Twitter, subscribe to their YouTube channel, stuff like that. So the main thing that I use is the alert box, which basically just tells you everything that's happening on your channel. So really good for streams, obviously. So this is the URL. I'm not going to click it, otherwise you guys can get access to my my channel's widget. But yeah, you can either turn on donations, subscribers, sponsors, and super chats. So if you have a very big channel with quite a lot of subscribers, quite a lot of frequent subscribers, you might want to turn off the subscriber option, but you might want to keep the donation, sponsor, and super chat ones on. Because obviously subscribers, if you're a big channel, then you're going to be getting a lot of subscribers during your streams. So if you need to, you can turn them off. You can customize it how you want. And you can even do a test donation. So let me quickly be right back a second and just open my widget. Okay, and we're back. So we actually didn't even need to go on the widget on my laptop. It's already a sub-alert source on OBS. So what we're going to be able to do here is click the test donation, subscriber, sponsor, and super chat options. And if we do them, then they will come up on the screen. And they will also be quite quiet on the video as well. So I'm going to quickly turn up the volume a little bit, just so you guys can definitely hear it. So there's the donation sound. And then there would be a test donation for however much it is, and obviously it's not real. It just tests what it is. So right now I have a PogChamp GIF, which if you don't know, I said emote on Twitch. A subscriber sound is a spinning kappa. So it says MIDI plays just subscribed. Obviously you can't subscribe to yourself, so yeah. You've also got test sponsor here, which as you can see, pretty much the same as donation. Or subscriber, sorry, and then super chat, pretty much the same as donations, right there. So if you guys are willing to use that, then please go ahead. You can do whatever you really want with it. There's even a donation goal option, which I don't actually recommend that you use, but that is again a separate widget. If you want to, you can add it onto your OBS, and yeah. So we're going to get into the next website. And just before we do, I'm going to quickly show you guys how to add it as a source on OBS. So we're going to go into the source section. We're going to right click in that box. We're going to then hover over add. And then right here, we're going to go onto browser source. Next, we're going to open an existing one. But you're just going to put like sub-alert or whatever in the create new box. But because it's already a source, I can just easily do this. Now next, what you're going to need to do is just click that, and then there you go. You're already set up if it is an existing source. However, if you want to add it as a new one, what you're going to need to do is just do this, and then it will give you a URL. So all you're going to need to do is do the URL that is on there, obviously. So I'm going to quickly go and get that. So there we go, and I'm just going to quickly type it into there. So there we go, and yeah, so right there, as you can see, there's the donation goal right there. It's not actually the sub alert, but yeah, that is just pretty much a test one. This works for every single one, so Streamlabs is also another one, but it's actually a install feature. You have to install it onto your computer or laptop to be able to use that. Donation ticker is another widget. Chat box is yet again another widget. Event list is another one, and wish list I'm pretty sure is the last one. Actually, no. It is not actually even a widget. So yeah, that's just a quick tutorial on how to add them as sources on OBS. So next is Nightbot, and it is actually one of the 2 bots that I use on my channel. So this is a bot for commands that I use, because it is a lot easier to create commands in this bot compared to the second one I'm going to show you guys. But we're going to just quickly sign up here, and I'm going to be right back for a second, because again, it's going to get you to log into one of your existing accounts. And with Nightbot, you can only log in with either Twitch or YouTube, so that is a disadvantage of it. But what we're going to be able to do here is go into commands, giveaways, logs, whatever you want to do, and yeah, you can just easily view all of your commands right here. Song requests, which I don't actually use because I don't know how it works. I mean, it might play like copyrighted songs or stuff, I don't know. Maybe it's blocked that because it is a stream bot. Spam protection, timers, which I use often as well as commands. Like YouTube milestones, so it reminds people to subscribe, because I'm doing like a tournament if I hit a certain amount of subscribers, so I make sure I keep that on. Make sure you have a correct interval though, but we're actually going to show you guys how to create a command or how to create a timer. So we're going to just click add command right here, and then we're going to be able to type in a shortcut, a message, a user level, a cooldown, and if you need to, an alias. So first we're going to type in a shortcut, so we're just going to make this !test, just to make things easier. So next, what we're going to be able to do is put a message that Nightbot will send to the chat. So so as you can see here, it says subscriberino to my YouTube, and then right there it has a fake link, obviously. So we're just going to write test command right there. User level can be any one of these 5, so it goes from everyone, supporter, regular, moderator, and owner. And if it's stuff like supporter, if you're a supporter, regular, moderator, or an owner, you can type the command. You don't have to be just a supporter. If it's everyone, it's literally all of them, obviously. It does what it says on the tin. If it's a moderator, not only can the moderators type it, but so can the owner, and so on and so forth. So yeah, we're just going to keep that as everyone, just for the sake of it. And cooldown, you can turn down depending on how much people are going to spam it in your chat. If people are spamming it too much, just turn it down. I tend to keep it on about 30 seconds. If it's less important command, then keep it on about 60. And yeah, also leave this part alone for the most part, unless you understand like variables and stuff in Nightbot. But we're going to submit this command right here, and it's going to quickly create it. And if we go down to page 3, it goes in alphabetical order, at least for me. You can also change that with the command name, message, user level, and the actions. Right there, you can either edit it or delete a command. But yeah, we've got !test right there, and if we typed !test in our chat, then it would end up typing test command, and Nightbot would eventually say that. Occasionally it tends to disconnect though, so make sure that it is staying in your chat at all times. So now again, we're going to create a custom timer, just as an example. So we're going to do the add button, and the name is completely useless here. This is just the timer name. It has literally no impact on like how the command works or anything. It's just so you remember what the command does. So we're just going to write test again, and the message will be again test timer, and then we're going to make an interval of every 15 minutes, and the chat lines have to be at least 2. So basically, what that means is that it would repeat the command every 15 minutes, and only if there's been 2 chat lines in that time. If there hasn't been 2 chat lines, and your chat's really quiet, there's only been 1 chat line, or 0, then it won't actually type it into the chat. This just prevents bigger channels from being spammed, and stuff like that. So we can actually turn it up to a maximum of 60 minutes and a minimum of 5. We can make it up to 100 lines just to stop it from spamming, and down to all the way down to just 2. Obviously, again, you've got alias right here. If you understand variables, then I would do that. But yeah, we're going to create it right there, and it would put that every 5 minutes into the chat if there's 2 lines of chat in that time. So we're just going to delete the command right there. And let's get into the next bot that I do use for the channel. So this is the second and final bot that I use for my streams, and that is Fussbot. Fussbot I use for a currency in the chat. It is only available on YouTube Gaming, but the good thing about that is it is the only bot right now that that can do a currency, and that is the only reason why I use this bot. I was looking for a bot that uses a currency, and I know a lot of you guys out there are probably looking for the same sort of thing. I know a lot of streamers that I've been subbed to for a while, and because this has just popped up, they're already starting to use it, and it is really helpful, really good for streaming. I do prefer it to Nightbot. It's just that the commands on Nightbot are a lot easier to use. Also, Nightbot has Discord integration if you really want to use it, but I'm not going to go through that right now. If you guys really want me to do that, then leave a comment on the video, and I'll do a quick video in this series explaining how to use Nightbot with Discord. But we're going to click free download here, and then it will say thank you for using Fussbot. You can either download from the EU server or the US server, and you can also download the 64-bit version or the 86-bit version. So right now we're just going to click 64-bit on the EU server, and it's just going to quickly install it. It is a really quick install, literally 5 seconds, not even that. Well, it did say prediction of 4 seconds, but it actually wasn't that. So we're actually just going to go and delete that after this. Actually, no, we need to install it again. And once we've done that, we're just going to quickly set it up. But obviously, I already have set it up, so it's not going to actually let me. But then it's going to say, welcome to the setup wizard, and stuff like that. And you just go through the steps as per usual to set that up, obviously. So yeah. Once you have got into it, though, I have it pinned on my taskbar, and we're going to be able to open it up right here. I'm going to have to open up a display capture, because for some reason it doesn't actually let me capture it, which is really weird, but it doesn't actually let me capture it on this. So I'm going to put my face cam in the corner again, in the other corner. Once it loads Fussbot, we're going to be able to see it on the stream, on the screen here. So you've got the dashboard, control, configuration, supporter, which I'm going to come onto in a second, and settings. So first of all, you've got dashboard. You've got your chats, status, live stream status, and even the loyalty shop information. You can also connect to a YouTube chat using this, which right now I have connected to, so I'm just going to quickly disconnect it. But before I do, I'm going to get into the live stream panel, because the live stream panel I was going to use, but it's not really that helpful all the time. So, so you can view your chat here, your subscribers, current status, the default timeout, which is interesting. It's always really weird as well that it goes 5 minutes, then 1 minute. But, you know, notifications and the current overlay. So we're actually going to close the stream panel there. I don't really use that very often, but if you guys do want to use that, then it is there for your use. Now next, we're going to get into control. And this has the chat, the viewers, how many credits they have. Well, for me it's credits, but you can change the name of it. The default name is coins. The auction, giveaway, poll, bet, the queue, and the countdown. There is a lot of stuff in this bot that you can use. It is quite complicated, some of it. I'm not going to get into everything, but yeah. So we've got coins here, so you can enable or disable the coin system. You can like enable a command, enable exclamation mark CRE to check balance, and stuff like that. You've also got ranks here, commands, music, announcements, which are kind of like timers in Nightbot, bank heists, arena, gameplay, gambling, and IFTT, which is basically like gives you a message when there's a new subscriber and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't actually use that. But if you do want to know about that, then again, leave a comment on that and I will try and look into it and do a video on it. So next we've got supporter, and this is only unlocked for people who are supporters of them on Patreon. It is $5 a month, I'm pretty sure. And then also here you've got the loyalty shop, which is pretty much what you get if you have them on Patreon. And you can basically create items that people can pay for on the website, which is also another thing, streamer websites. And yeah, once you have your streamer website, they can easily pay for items like this, like adding extra 10 minutes onto the stream, like the stream time, if you really want. The purchases are listed here with the channel ID and stuff, and there's even quotes. And even if you really want, then you can create a minimum user rank to add a quote. So it is really interesting, this bot here. This is also how you authenticate your YouTube user. This is pretty much just signing into your account. There's the spam system here, pretty much the spam system that is in Nightbot, except there's a bit of customization right here. Custom text for raffles and polls and stuff. You've got a second page of them, and you've also got miscellaneous right there. So I'm going to go for a few of the features right now, but not too many. So right now, for bets, which is one of the main features that I do use for this bot, we've got what outcome are we going to get. So for option 1, I've got null right now. It doesn't actually save it. It is a bug in the bot right now. If you're watching this video right now and it's fixed, then that is obviously a really good thing. But outcome, it says either win or lose. So if I put this in the chat, if I started the bet, it would say outcome, and then it would do, if you wanted to bet, you do !bet, then the option, then the amount you want to bet. So you can create a maximum percentage of coins to bet, or a maximum amount of coins to bet. Now the maximum amount of coins overrides how much the percentage is, or something like that. I actually suggested that to the creator of the bot, and I really feel like it was a needed feature. But betting a maximum amount of coins definitely helps you out. So right now I have it on 100 maximum coins for each bet, and you can bet 50% each bet. So if you start the bet here, you do, if you wanted me to win, you do !bet 1 and then the amount. So if you wanted to bet 5 on me winning, it'll be !bet 1 5. And it is pretty simple. Bets are pretty simple, and if you do win the bet, you get double what you originally bet, and if you lose, then you lose it all. But the one broken thing with this is that there's six options. Sounds pretty good, but if you make a bet and there's all 6 options are being used and they win, they get 6 times what they bet in the first place. It makes sense, but it can break your system. So make sure that you're not doing that excessively, otherwise people are going to have masses and masses of your currency in your streams, and obviously you're going to need to nerf that right there. But I'm also going to get into the giveaways right here. So so you can set up like a raffle for a prize on stream, or like extra credits, like who's allowed to enter, the raffle command and stuff like that. So the entry cost, you can toggle that if you really want, the duration. You can even hide the raffle command and let users guess it, so you can play like games with chat and stuff like that, which is really cool. And then if you start the raffle here, it will pick a random user out, and if you wanted more than one winner, you can even draw an extra winner and it will pick another one for you, and it will add the credits to them as well. So I really think this bot is cool. Is really cool, really helpful for a lot of YouTube streams. But we're going to get into some other software that I use. Okay, and last but certainly not least is Elgato Game Capture HD. Now, what we've got here is some software that you're going to need, and it's actually available for download, so you can download version 3.5 for Windows, and it does require Windows 10 64-bit or later. But if you can, if you really want, then you can look for older builds or changelogs and download those. You can also download the Stream Deck for Windows if you want to buy that, but it does cost even more if you do want to buy that. Now, it's compatible with OBS Studio and Game Capture, or 3.5, 0.125 or later. So yeah, all you're going to need to do is click the download button, and again it's going to download it, and it will go for a setup wizard, and what you're going to get is right here. So if I just quickly take that off the screen, what you're going to get is this. So it's going to say connect your capture card to get started, or capture device. So what you can do is you can even stream from it right here, with the green button in the bottom tab. You can even record with it, bottom left of it. You can turn on and off commentary, and it is really helpful to stream with it. It is a lot less laggy than OBS, so if you do have a kind of laggy device, then you're definitely going to want to use this to stream instead. But if you do have a stronger device, then I would definitely recommend OBS Studio or OBS Classic instead of this. Now it is really good to stream, to actually put your gameplay on this window capture, or on this. Add it as a window capture on OBS by doing this, adding it as a window capture, and right there it is already on the screen. You can do that if you really want. I tend to do that for my Nintendo Switch and Wii U games. But yeah, that is also going to be the end of the video, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you guys have enjoyed it, please do drop a like. If you've enjoyed it, consider sharing it if you really have enjoyed it. This has took me a while to make, so it would be really appreciated. Comment down below if there's anything else you want me to cover in the series, and subscribe if you haven't already, for more content like this on the channel, and also more parts to this series, because I'm definitely going to be making more parts for this. I'm actually already in the process of making a video of how to make an overlay on OBS, and even more features on OBS in general. So if you guys are looking forward to that, please do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and peace out.